So the current topic, past, present, and future. And when I was told about this topic, and I really thought very, very hard about it, and I feel that today it is the most relevant topic. It was not when the World War ended or the Cold War ended. It is now that, uh, it is the most relevant topic. And I'll tell you why. Because we, as a hypothesis, are living in a world where we are moving towards polarization. But on the same time, we are living in a world of globalization. We have a McDonald's to Hamleys everywhere. We feel wherever we go, it's home because it's a sense of familiarity to us. So now the question that I have for all of you sitting here is, are we ready to take that risk? And I have a small answer for it. I always, in most of my speeches, have always said that, if you look at our grandfather's generation, it was mostly to do with food security. Ek roti ghar pe aa jaye aur khana mil jaye. That was the priority of our forefathers. Then our fathers was making sure that we have shelter. हमारे घर सर पे छत हो और हम लोग एक secure environment में रह सकें. And then our generation, which was the most equipped and financially sound. So what we are earning is for the risk capabilities for our future generations to come in. Lately, we all faced COVID, and we had two choices in COVID, and they were very, very prominent. Either we sit back in a laid back manner in our houses, scared, or we get back on our feet wearing those masks, those vaccinations, which we don't know whether they have the trials done in for 30 years or not, and get back to action. And all of us sitting here and anywhere across the globe chose the latter part, because as humans, our basic instinct is to take risk. And as I told earlier, that we are a risk-taking generation. So this is the right time to really explore, to go out, step out, make yourself comfortable, and explore the market on. Because today we are very, very fortunate as startups or businessmen. I met a couple of entrepreneurs and businessmen here and real estate people before coming onto the stage. And I realized that we are so fortunate that we have the whole market to our place, and our government have made policies that are supporting it. But look at when we go back to our 90s, when liberalization was taking place and the policies were strict, there were hardly industrialists like Tata, Modi, Birlas. These are names we all reckon to. But how did they make it is the question. The same environment was there for us, for our forefathers or fathers, but why did they make it? And I'm sure that question comes to everyone's mind. And I have a small answer for that. They didn't see the progress, they saw the challenges that were coming ahead. They saw the future. Today, within a decade, we have more than 100 unicorn companies in India. That is 1,000 crores plus. We never imagined that. So I was born in early 80s, and I've seen a time where there was trunk call, then a landline, and now a handset, and now a phone which does banking to email to everything. Lifeline is the mobile. So I've seen the transition in the music industry, in the telecom industry, in the IT industry. So the past, present, future is progressing at a rate that we can't even imagine. You are thinking about something that probably has been already executed. So what I would like to suggest here is that, as individuals, as young entrepreneurs, this is the right time to be in the fifth largest economy and grow with it and open your doors to the international market. Lot of forums, lot of chamber like I am part of really support all the entrepreneurs to go ahead and explore the markets. There's a lot of demand, and gone are the days that the Indian quality is not trusted, whether it's service or products. So it is time to trust yourself and have that kind of passion for your own product or your services to go and approach these forums and these, bodies that will help you. When I again talk about the present, government initiatives like Startup, PMEGP, Nidhi, Tide 2, Genesis, and seed fund schemes and FFS and CGSS. These are all schemes that are available. But do we have a body to help them? We do have our, chartered accountants for paying income, when you're paying income tax to support you, guide you. You have your doctor sitting here right here, who are helping you out in your daily illness and symptoms. But what about these policy? We all hear about it, but we don't know how to access it. So I'm here to tell you that we need to take that first step to approach. A lot of people think that, these bureaucrats, these industry bodies are not approachable. And I completely disagree with you guys over here, because you need to take that first step and believe in yourself and try connecting, because there are a lot of people who are there to mentor you and guide you. And we are the lucky ones who have that kind of support and a greater communication platforms through social media to connect on a very easy and a comfortable manner. When I have been advocating youth empowerment for the longest time of my life. And one thing that I learned is that we as youth, so there was something called patience, which we all have lost. Our parents always were very, very patient, whether it was buying a shirt or whether it was stepping out to the market. They were informed decisions. And we are a generation who are looking for instant gratification. Instant gratification is definitely satisfactory, will not deny that. But it is time that we actually reflect on what we need, what we don't need. It is for the future. Minimalistic living and sustainable living is for the future. I think COVID taught us a very big lesson about life, and all of us have realized that, that we so initially, when we were traveling as corporates, as business houses, for the initial meeting also we will travel. Now it's over the call or Zoom, and this ice breaking takes place. And then if things are materializing, then so I think we are utilizing our resources in a better manner. So I feel that it is important to start thinking on those lines for a better future. That we go ahead and do things that really make a difference. On a lighter note, I will tell you something about my entrepreneurial journey. A past story, an anecdote that I have. I was in class, probably I was 7 or 8 years old. और घर में आरती होती थी. We were in a joint family. Technically not an entrepreneurial story, but yeah, that's how I started off. So आरती होती थी, and I realized कि आरती में लेके घूमते पंडित जी और उसमें पैसे मिल जाते हैं थाली में. So one evening, I took a bath, put the tika on, दिया जलाया, और घर के सारे बड़ों के सामने, और सब बड़े खुश, बिकॉज बीइंग द यंगेस्ट, जो 10 रुपए डालता था उसने 50 डाला कि भाई पूजा करके आ रहा है. And I made my first shot of money out of there. I did get a scolding, that's secondary, but you know, so I was just saying that one should have the zest to step in and start doing. I was always very inquisitive as a child, still am as inquisitive as a man. I keep looking for opportunities. I can't sit idle. And I feel it is very, very important to have this streak to progress. If you have a certain laid back attitude, that needs to be changed. That fire inside you has to be there, because what has happened is, because of a secure environment provided by our parents, we have become secure mentally. The value of money has decreased drastically. Earlier, eating out was an occasion. Today, it is a necessity, or more of a fashion. I see a lot of us living two lives. One is a social media life and one is an actual life, which is full of pretense. I think this is a conflict that we all need to look into and start working upon before it becomes a very big trouble for us. Because no matter what we do, ultimately, we are the ones who suffer the most, and our people who love us suffer the most. We need to understand three aspects of past, present, and future. We as present can make sure that we are both. We take care of the finances and take care of the nature. And we should be ready in terms of any kind of calamity or disasters that have come in and are coming through. Because as I said, that in the future we don't know how the polarization is going to affect or the globalization. Are we going to take that step and make a world where our children can still go abroad and study, or send them? Because if you ask me this question now, that would you like to send my son to study abroad in Europe, probably I'll think twice with that kind of environment today. So let's try and create a better future. And on that note, I'll just end my talk. Thank you so much for having me.